Hi kids, are you fine? എല്ലാവരും സുഖമാണെന്ന് മിസ് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. Okay, let us start our today's section. The last two classes we were discussing about chapter 9, the living organisms and their surroundings. I taught you what is adaptations, what is habitat, and what are the different types of habitat. The previous class we already learned about the different terrestrial habitats such as grassland, mountain regions and desert. We saw that the animals and plants, those live in such habitats, how they adapted to survive in their surroundings. Today, we are going to discuss about aquatic habitat. What is aquatic habitat? The habitats of plants and animals live in water are called aquatic habitats. There are many examples of aquatic habitats. What are they? Yes, pond, sea, river, lake, etc. Okay, good. First of all, ocean. We know that there are different animals and plants live in ocean. Okay. We already learned the adaptations of fish to live in the sea or other water bodies. Here we are going to discuss about some adaptations of some other animals, other sea animals. First of all, squid and octopus are sea animals. How they adapted to live in seawater? See, squid and octopus do not have streamlined body. They stay deeper in the seabed. അതായത് കടൽ തട്ടിന് അടിയിലാണ് അവർ താമസിക്കുന്നത്. Whenever they want to move, they make their body shapes streamlined. They have gills to breathe the oxygen dissolved in seawater. So what are the adaptations shown by squid and octopus to live in seawater? They do not have streamlined body. They stay deeper in the seabed and they have gills to breathe the oxygen dissolved in water. Whenever they want to move, they make their body shapes in streamlined. Okay. Now, other two sea animals, dolphins and whales. How they adapted to live in seawater? Dolphins and whales have streamlined body. അല്ലേ, അവർക്ക് ഫിഷിനെ പോലെ തന്നെ streamlined body ആണുള്ളത്. But they do not have gills to breathe the oxygen dissolved in water. Then how they breathe? They have nostrils or blowholes. blowholes, blowholes, located on the upper part of their head. അവർക്ക് ഗിൽസ് ഇല്ല, ബ്ലോ ഹോൾസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നോസ്ട്രൽസ് എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്ന രണ്ട് ഓർഗൻസ് അവരുടെ അപ്പർ പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ഹെഡിൽ ഉണ്ട്. They breathe the oxygen in air. Whenever they want to breathe, they come to the surface of the seawater and breathe air. So, in this way, they adapted to live in seawater. So, what are the adaptations shows by whale and dolphins to live in seawater? They have streamlined body like fish. Then, but they do not have gills. They have nostrils or blowholes located on the upper part of the head. Whenever they need to breathe, they come out of the surface of seawater and they breathe the oxygen in air. Understood? The other two aquatic habitats are ponds and lakes. Many animals living in ponds and lakes. Plants also grow in ponds. They having such adaptations to live in their surroundings. First of all, the adaptations of lotus plant or water lily. What are the adaptations they show to grow in pond or lakes? They have thin, long, hollow and light stem. അതായത് നല്ല നീളമുള്ളതും വെയിറ്റ് കുറഞ്ഞതും അകം പൊള്ളയായതുമായ സ്റ്റെമ്മാണ് ഈ പ്ലാന്റ്സുകൾക്കുള്ളത്. The stems grows up to the surface of water and leaves and flowers floating in the water. Some of the aquatic plants are totally submerged in water. അതായത് അവ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് വെള്ളത്തിനടിയിലാണ് വളരുന്നത്. Such plants have long and ribbon-shaped leaves. They can bend in flowing water. അതായത് വാട്ടർ നന്നായിട്ട് ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ആ പ്ലാന്റ്സിന് ആ ഫ്ലോയ്ക്കൊത്ത് ബെൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫ്ലോയിങ് വാട്ടർ അവരെ ഡാമേജ് ചെയ്യും. Isn't it? One of the animal living in pond is frog. You know, frog is an amphibian. What is amphibian? Animals that live both in water and on land. Frog has long back legs to jump over land, and they have webbed feet to swim in water. Okay. Now we are going to study some of the characteristics of living things. In your lower classes, you already learned some of the characteristics of living things and non-living things. Here we are discussing some of the characteristics of living things. First one, do all living things need food? Yes, all the living things need food. Why do they need food? They need food to live, grow and get energy to do all their activities. Good. In your first and second chapter, we already learned about different kinds of food and how these living things utilize this food. Plants can make their own food. Animals depend their food on plants or other animals. Second characteristic of living thing is all living things show growth. അല്ലേ? എല്ലാ ലിവിങ് തിങ്സും വളരുന്നുണ്ട് അല്ലേ? യെസ്. A chick hatched out from egg and it grows into adult hen or cock. Human baby, mother give birth to young ones and it grows into a adult lady or an adult man. Like all other animals, shows growth. Young ones grow and it become adults. Okay. So all the plants also show growth. Plants grow from their seeds or cuttings of stem, roots or leaves. The other characteristics of living things we will see on next class. So what are the things we learned today, children? We learned about some of the examples of aquatic habitats such as sea, ponds and lakes. And the plants and animals living in such habitats, how they adapted to living in its surroundings. We also learned the two characteristics of living things. All the living things need food and all the living things show growth. The remaining portion we will see on next class. Children, you should read the lesson, page number 85 to 88, 5 times. Thank you, children.